It's like a little dentist or something. I don't know what it is. I feel the need to get a little energy out of you. I wish I had some General Foods International coffee, because your eyeballs would be popping out of your heads in a matter of minutes. And we'd be celebrating the moments of our lives. But I don't have that with me tonight. I'm a little concerned about Santa. He's a little quiet up there and a lot smaller than I expected. I do not know how he gets all the presents to us. I'm going to keep the dream alive. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Okay, I wanted to dedicate this performance to 3 of my dear friends, Sarah Taylor, Judy Fleming, and Laura Woolley. And because they're great. But I also wanted to say thanks to a guy named Mark Woolley, but Tony Robbins. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Peak performance coach. I heard a little chuckle. But you're probably in bed at night curled up in a little ball crying. I'm not anymore, thanks to Tony Robbins. So, like, I found him 3 years ago. I was at the low point and, like, up at night. I was eating, I remember it very vividly. It wasn't a good night. I was eating a McFlurry, and I happened to be watching infomercials, fully clothed. It was about 1 a.m. Tony came on. There was ice cream dripping down my blouse. I burst out crying. And then I said, tomorrow is going to be a different day. It wasn't. It wasn't a different day yet. And then I went to a thrift store and I found 3 of his tapes randomly. I thought, this guy's so hokey. And I listened to those tapes. This man is like so freaking talented. And I drove from LA to Santa Barbara, and I was in this relationship that died when it began. 2 years prior, and like the sex left after 1 year, and I slowly, like, my life force was leaving me, but I stayed. Anyway, so I listened to these tapes, and by the time I got to Santa Barbara, I was like so freaking charged up. I called the boyfriend, like, listen, it is so fucking over. Over! O-V-E-R, mister. So anyway, I wasn't even going to talk about that, but I'm happy now. Oh, and so this song totally inspires me. Don't worry about talking. Talk louder if you want. I don't have to talk. Happy holidays. This is the only ornament I have from home. Oh. It was like this when I was little. But it's still cute, and I could tape its head on or something. Anyway, so I love this song. It's by Alicia Keys. And this is how I feel now. And I need Sarah Taylor, wherever you are.
I'm right here, honey.
Here I go. Channeling Alicia Keys. I am Superwoman. Yes, I am.
Yes, she is.
Even when I'm a mess, I still put on my best with an S on my chest. Oh, yes, I'm a Superwoman. Yes, I am.
Yes, she is.
We got a little share at the end. And I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's what I do when I'm supposed to be working. I just go into YouTube and watch videos. Like, have you guys seen? I'm not even going to go there. No. I start at one place. I started at Alicia Keys. I ended up at the tree with the Tree Man. The Tree Man is a man who lives in, like, India. They're always in India. Son of a bitch. That fucking Tree Man. He's got something. He was bit on the knee by some bug as a kid. His limbs are like a tree. And all he needed was vitamin A. And now he's cured. I'm not even kidding. They, like, fell all off. And he's cute. My friend Judy's seen it. He's hot. The limbs fell off. He's a new man.
I saw him too. He's hot.
He is hot. He didn't even need Tony Robbins. So anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about now. But that's why I'm here. We got to keep it spontaneous. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. Okay. So, I was Christmas shopping with my friend Judy a few weeks ago. And Judy, by the way, is the most feminine woman. If you haven't seen her yet, you will, because there's like estrogen dripping off of her body. I've never met anyone like this. When I am with her, I am like Samantha Ronson, who is Lindsay Lohan's ex-girlfriend who is a man, but a woman. That is how I feel with Judy. And I could be topless, like with a banging a cowbell, yelling like free sex, and no one would look at me when I'm with Judy. But that is not the point of this story. The point of the story is I feel the need to move around. What is that light, Mama? I'm walking into the light. So anyway, we're Christmas shopping at the Gap, and I see the only employee I've ever fired in my life. Holy shit balls. I was so scared. I was devastated when I had to fire this girl, but the only thing she was good at was taking pictures. And she'd like take pictures of everybody in the office, and I'm like, listen, Annie Leibovitz, can you quit with the photo essay of the receptionist and maybe we meet our deadlines? I'm just saying, Annie. Put down the camera, get back to your fucking desk. But anyway, so Annie Leibovitz is in the Gap. I see her, and I didn't even know what to do. I was so nervous, so I just burst out laughing hysterically. And Judy's like, what do you... And I'm like, just go with it, go with it. So we're staring at scarves, laughing hysterically. Yeah, so anyway, and she always had excuses. She always called in sick. And her excuses, because she called in so much, she didn't have excuses for herself anymore, so she'd call in with stuff like, somebody in the neighborhood's been kidnapped. There was a burglary. I'm like, okay. And the capper for me, the day I fired her, the phone rings, it's about 6:30 in the morning, and it's her. I'm not going to name names, but it begins with a P, and I'm not saying the rest of the name, you may know her. So she's like, I can't come in today. I'm like, really? Why is that? She was like, well, my ex-lover, not even her lover, it's the ex. My ex-lover was killed in a scuba diving accident. I'm like, oh, really? Yes, by a sea serpent. Like, what do you say to that? I didn't even know what to say. I'm like, oh, okay. And I just hung up the phone, and my boyfriend was like, what was it? I'm like, a fucking sea serpent. And I called my friend JP before this like, verify the story. He's like, I thought it was a great white shark. I'm like, no, that was like 3 months before the sea serpent. I didn't even know what to do with it. But anyway, my point is, don't hire people who call in sick about sea serpents. No, that wasn't my point. I don't know what the point was. But I'm happy, and it's the holidays, and I'm grateful, and I have to go in a minute. And I would tell you about my family, and I might tell you about my mom, who only reads tabloids and believes there's a tsunami that's going to come from the East Coast to Los Angeles in a matter of days, so I'm just warning you in advance. Or I could tell you about the Christmas when she went into menopause and served tacos and told us to all go fuck ourselves. But I don't have time for that now. But so I'm very grateful. And, oh yeah, she also said at the table to my dad, and you still want to have sex all the time. And that was when my father just got up from the table and said, Jesus Christ, which was very appropriate because it was Christmas. So happy holidays, and thank you so very much.